hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to the Winds of Jupiter November reading. Now, if you do get a chance, please look at my website. It was a lot of work putting that together, but it turned out really nice. And if the eye in the sky up there that I just initiated is working, it'll take you directly to my site, or else the link is down in the description box. I'll be profiling, every month or so, a new design that I'm putting on custom t-shirts and other various home decor things. It's actually a lot of fun. Now there's a lot of intensity going on in the sky right now. We have Jupiter going into Scorpio. This is going to take things deep inside. And we've got Venus going into Scorpio, which is now connected to love and your depth of it. You've got Neptune going direct in Pisces, and that's a double whammy because Neptune is about illusions and fairies and fantasies, and so is Pisces, hidden things, spirituality. And the overall energy card of your reading is the Tower. Yeah, something's getting shook up here. I want to say squashed, so I will. There's a lot of changes going on in your life. But this isn't a bad thing. The Tower card is a neutral card. It's really up to you when the changes come, how the Tower will fall. But there's some epiphanies. This is an enlightenment card, a cosmic karma card. It's kind of like you've been Rip Van Winkle and all of a sudden you wake up and everything seems different. And that's reinforced by the cards on the left for what you know. You receive the King of Cups and the Death card. So the Death card is saying you're going through some type of transformation. And the King of Cups is here. It's about your attitude and how it's changed about love and how you express love and affection to others. Now it's in a more mature format, let's put it that way. Because the King is there. And the King is always there. Any king is there to help you obtain your long-term goals. But things are in flux because you received the Death card and it says you're in a transformation. It's time for you to change. Get rid of things that are meaningless now in your life. A long time way back it might have had a lot of meaning, but not anymore. There's things that you have to get rid of. And this is an awakening card too. It's like you are waking up from something and you're seeing things so differently. There's new insight. And it really has to do with relationships, just like this, Venus and Scorpio thing going on. And there's some decisions that you have to make. There's some things in your life now that are unproductive. Maybe it's habits, people, but it really is time to take a good review at what values you have in life and what values to you. And it is time to make some decisions because the card next door is the Two of Swords. And you receive the Five of Cups with it. And this is what is or can be yours. Now it's saying it's time for you to make some decisions. You've had this enlightenment, the lightning striking, something's changing inside you. And now you're seeking balance. Maybe a new partnership. Or finding balance in an old one. But this is going to be a tough decision. This is opposing forces. And you find yourself like in some type of dilemma. But you haven't felt very good about it because you have the Five of Cups. Any 5 card is really about challenges and barriers and obstacles. I don't know, things just didn't work out the way you wanted them to, and this usually has to do with preconceived ideas. And if they don't turn out the way you want it, there's disappointment. But now there's pessimism. The cups are half empty instead of half full. And really it is time to go over that bridge from the past to a new future with the decisions that you're making, the transformation that you're having. It might not just be one decision Once you make one, it's going to be a chain of decisions that are going to be cascading. If you make this decision, therefore you have to choose between this and that. Life is binary. It's like a computer. You go between 0 and 1, or yes or no. And each one is iterative, and it's dependent on the decision that you make previous to it. With the Tower up there, you know you don't want this 5 of Cups anymore. It's time to change. Even the cosmos made the decision to change. Because the Tower card comes when it's needed, not wanted. And it was time for you to change. There's a season for everything, and it's your season now to make some changes and not resist them. Now the cards next door for your awareness or self-awareness, receive the Hangman and the High Priestess. It's an interesting combination, two major arcana cards. You received quite a few of them so far, the Tower, the Death, and now the Hangman and the High Priestess. The Hangman is reconfirming that you're seeing things with different eyes. I don't know, that Joni Mitchell song, Both Sides Now, and the Cloud's illusion too, because, this is ruled by Neptune, the Hangman card is. And Neptune now is just going direct, and it's going direct in Pisces. So as I said, this is a double whammy of Cloud's illusion. Maybe you're seeing things differently, the way they're not really in reality. But the High Priestess is bringing in the idea that there's infinite possibilities, and you have infinite potential inside you if you can find the strength and listen to her subtle messages from the cosmos that's interpreted down to earth. But you're the one that has to make the ultimate interpretation for your life. Now the Hangman card has a tendency to require some type of sacrifice. And if this is about love with the King of Cups back there, yeah, there's always a sacrifice with love. Now your future cards are really interesting. You have the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. The 4 number is a number of stability. And here this can say, yeah, there's been some success. There's a lot of changes going on, but you're being successful about it, but you're still hanging on to a few things that you need to get rid of. Some beliefs. And maybe a person or people that just haven't benefited your life. But the 8 of Wands is a very positive card. It's about sudden change, things unfolding quickly. And it's also saying that whatever success you've achieved, it's been worth it. This card is saying, yeah, it's been a pretty easy transition. Kind of seamless transition of going through this transformation. Sometimes they can be real painful. But you've been sitting back and thinking about it with the Hangman there. And you have the cosmos behind you too with the High Priestess. But this is also reinforcing that the Tower card is there and things are moving fast. The 8 of Wands is about moving fast, and the Tower card is usually some type of sudden epiphany or change. But now the Ace of Swords is giving you a new beginning. There's going to be some challenges involved in it, and it's saying there was in the past a lot of challenges. But you do have the Sword of Truth in your hand. And I think there's some things that actually became exposed that made a real big difference and brought the Tower in. So you went a full revolution from the Tower's epiphany to the Ace of Swords in the future, saying that, yeah, you had some epiphanies and now it's time to change. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.